Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And I want to wish everyone who I know that loves Star Wars, truly loves Star Wars, happy Star Wars Day. Now, a lot of people are probably going to wonder, why are you saying it today? May 4th was earlier this month. May 4th isn't Star Wars Day. Not to me, and not to anybody who has a shred of common sense and who knows Star Wars. Star Wars was introduced to the world this day. So yeah. Sorry about that, folks.
I'm having trouble understanding right now.
And
Try a little later.
Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, Star Wars was introduced to the world 43 years ago, 1977. How you doing, AFK? Good to see you. So, happy Star Wars Day to you, by the way. And I was how very little people. Okay, we're back. Yeah, sorry about that. Bad internet. But now that I'm back, yes, it was released 43 years ago on May 25th. You can't hear me at all? Let me try leaving and I'll come right back. Okay. Now people can hear me. Good. Sorry about that, folks. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, yeah. Except the landline and internet goes all crappy. Okay, all better. Good. Whew. Starting to piss me off a little bit, but yeah. Anyway, people were saying that, or people like to say, May the 4th be with you, and that May the 4th should be the official Star Wars Day. Why? Because May the 4th kind of sounds like May the Force. And then you got Revenge of the Sith and Return of the Sixth or whatever. No. Sorry. I do not believe that an official Star Wars Okay, we're back again. Good. Ugh. So, as I was saying, before my internet rudely interrupted me, and thank you for the hugs, AFK. That's awesome. Now, yes, as I was saying, basically, I do not think that Star Wars should be based on a gimmick, or at least Star Wars Day should be based on a gimmick. So we're talking Star Wars right now, Sci-Fi Nation, and how today is the real Star Wars Day, not May 4th. Just because May the 4th is a gimmicky thing, no. Star Wars Day should be the day that is celebrated and celebrates the introduction of the world to Star Wars. Now, well, if he is stalking you, AFK, you can't blame him. Everybody likes you. Now, as I was saying, May the 4th is a gimmick because it sounds like May the Force. It's not enough. May 25th, 1977 was the day that many people were introduced to Star Wars, and it became and truly a changing moment in movie history. Now, believe me, I wish I could have seen it in theaters, but I'm not that old. But when I did see it on video, it was a defining moment of my life. I loved movies. That's one of the first movies I have ever seen was Star Wars when I was 2 years old. And I will always be attached to the original trilogy and even the prequel trilogy, and yes, even the original trilogy special editions. Let me make sure my internet is still going. Alrighty. Now, as I was saying, a lot of people are getting there. Alrighty, good. Now, as I was saying, people can say May the 4th all they want. I have no problem with that. Your dad went to see Star Wars so many times that the theater peeps let him go in for free eventually. Nice. There's still 1, 2, and F the new trilogies. Exactly, man. Or the new trilogy, rather. I like the original and prequel trilogies. I will always be a Lucas era defender. And the thing is, what I'm going to say is actually going to possibly piss a bunch of people off. A lot of people say that George Lucas is not a good director and that the writing for Star Wars, the prequels, were atrocious and this and that. I disagree on a subjective level. Maybe objectively, yes, it probably is bad. I never studied writing. But you also got to understand the difference in era that these movies were done. Hello, Riot Kitty. Happy real Star Wars Day, by the way. Now, back in the prequel era, Anakin Skywalker, Padme, and them, the heydays in the twilight years of the Old Republic, it was like a golden age. People spoke in like a Shakespearean kind of way almost. And now in the original trilogy, there were, piss me off, Orange, you could do it. Dude, I don't know why you're getting pissed off. I mean, we can all have difference of opinions. Hence my banner that says, difference of opinions are welcome. Now, I could defend them all day. And like I said, also, if you guys actually want to come on and talk Star Wars, let's do it. Because this is a celebration stream to celebrate real Star Wars and your love for Star Wars. We're not going to get into anything that we hate about it. So we're going to try to keep this one positive, folks. If you guys want to come in, let's keep it positive and whatnot. So, yeah. And also, let me get my headphones just in case somebody does decide to come in. Also, as you can see, I'm wearing my Millennium Falcon t-shirt. Yeah, I'm inviting you in. I just put the StreamYard in. If you guys want to come in, AFK, Riot, Sci-Fi, you guys want to come in and talk Star Wars? Let's do it. Because I wouldn't mind talking Star Wars with somebody. Especially on a day that is Star Wars Day. Gosh dang it. There we go. Nope, no hate. Good. But yeah, the original trilogy's time period was different from the prequel trilogies, meaning that there was they even talked differently because, well, let's face it, the times were different, darker, and whatnot. So while I wait for you guys to get on in here, anybody that wants to join, we got Sci-Fi Nation.
Howdy,
right now, maybe a later on.
Oh,
Thing is, I might actually be for a while, right? So yeah.
Wait,
I can hear you.
Is that better?
And yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I want to make sure my speakers ain't coming through because I don't have my headphones in right now.
Alrighty. Now, yes, this is the real Star Wars Day. May the 4th is just a publicity stunt. You're absolutely right. And by the way, here's what I think of May the 4th. I don't know if
that's a made-up
well.
holiday. Is that what you think?
Basically, the May the 4th, it's a gimmick. Star Wars Day should not be based on a gimmick or a publicity stunt. It should be based on the original date that Star Wars came out. Because that way there's historical significance.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
No,
I mean,
I see what you're saying, yeah.
I mean, now, May the 4th, or Revenge of the 5th, or is it Revenge of the 6th and Return of the 5th? I don't know.
May the 4th smoke you down. May the 5th drink you down.
Yeah. Oh,
Everything
and we
else
got
goes
AFK. Coming in.
Howdy.
Come on. Gosh dang it.
There's an AFK.
Oh, one. Okay, good. She's in.
Howdy.
Howdy. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Here to show some love.
Awesome.
I'm just a troublemaker. The Gilkman thinks I'm there to cause trouble for some reason. I know.
Indiana Jones Day should be his birthday, July 1st. Well, we're talking Star Wars, but yeah, Indiana Jones is also good movies, but we're going to keep it on Star Wars centric, Junebug. If you could.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, don't worry. We will do a Indiana Jones movie thing too.
Indiana
Came out today a long while ago.
The Temple of
Well, Riot.
Boom. Oh wait, that's a song, not a movie. The Temple of Doom. Yeah, that's a movie.
Hold on. There we go. Gosh, my Kindle is very slow today with things. But yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that was the anniversary for that movie today. Is it really? Episode 4?
Yeah, May 25th.
Or episode
May
1.
25th.
Episode 1.
Yeah. Oh, or episode 1? I don't know.
No, episode 1. Oh, like what they call episode 4 now. Yeah, that's episode 1. I don't care who you are. That is 1979 Star Wars.
7.
Star Wars.
1977.
7. Was it 7? I thought it was 9. No, that's right.
It was 77.
Star Trek TMP was 79. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now, one of my most iconic, or rather fondest memories of Star Wars was actually we'll stick with episode 4 right now, was really the one that stuck out, or the moment that stuck out when I was a kid, was they were in the sand, or the droids are in the sandcrawler. Okay. And you see the one thing that stuck out was the one-eyed Jawa.
Yes.
Because apparently
he
they
had a missing eye, didn't he?
yeah, there was
I
one
don't know if it's on
eye
the
that
new
was missing.
version, but in the original version, he did have an eye missing.
Yeah. And I'm like, why does he have an eye? And I'm thinking as a 2-year-old, because back then I was actually a lot more
How is a
comprehensive.
5'5" dude that goes gonna get an eye stabbed out?
Yeah. I don't know.
Really? How's he gonna get an eye stabbed?
I don't know. But maybe he lost it by
His
who
eye
knows?
out and still run away.
Happy
That's
Memorial Day to you as well, Kamen Rider.
Happy
It
Memorial
is,
Day.
yes, Memorial Day and real Star Wars Day. So
I got one thing to say about Memorial Day. Memorial Day is for the veterans that have came and passed. Right? Veterans Day
and
are the ones that are still here and serving.
Yes.
And there's a third
Memorial Day is
called Armed Services Day, which are for all the people still serving.
Mm-hmm. Now, I actually put a photo on YouTube and Facebook and even Instagram that, let me, this one with, or basically Arlington.
Yep.
But above it, you will see 2 proverbs, and these are from EU Legends, which was written in the Mandalorian language, Mandoa. But I'm going to read the English because I don't want to butcher the Mandoa on here.
I can barely
not gone. Say what?
I said I can barely read Klingon, so have at it, Hoss.
Yeah. So one of them is not gone, merely marching far away. And the other is, I'm still alive, but you are dead. I remember you, so you are eternal. These are Mandalorian proverbs. And the Mandalorians were a culture in Star Wars that truly, they were a warrior culture. And they were a very communicative species. Well, not species, but people. And because the Mandalorian race actually went extinct thousands of years before the movies even came out, or the movie's timeline was established. So, yeah. That reminds me, I need to get a reading on the Thrawn trilogy. I had the first 2 books. If you're talking about the EU Thrawn trilogy, right, Kitty? You're in for a good treat, because that's a trilogy that is very good. I do not like what Disney did to Thrawn in Rebels, but we're not going to get into that. We're going to stay positive, and we're going to talk favorite parts in Star Wars. So, Sci-Fi in Episode 4, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was just the opening scene. That cruiser, just after the text goes by, and all you see is the cruiser coming right overhead, going right to the planet. And then you see all these lasers going. You know how it was back in, the first time you saw that movie. Back before they even did all the remakes to it and everything. And just, and you could hear that even back on those old 70s and 80s TVs. You could hear those sound effects. It was amazing. And the detail on the models of those ships. FCGI, give me a model ship any day of the week. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm actually going to touch on this moment later on, Junebug, the reveal, because there's actually a lot of behind the scenes interesting things that you learn if you listen to like Empire of Dreams documentary and also the DVD audio commentaries. But yeah, AFK, what was your favorite Star Wars moment? AFK?
Are you AFK?
I'm here. Sorry, I was muted. I was just talking to myself.
So what?
I don't. It's kind of hard for me because I'm trying to like think back to like maybe like what my first experience was with it and like what I took away from it. Because I mean, I think that I generally like everything that everybody else likes about it. But from a kid's point of view, like when I watched it, I think I liked. I mean, it's so cliche, but like the hero's journey, right? But
Yeah.
if you do it right, you know, it's different in every story. And in particular, I really liked Luke. You know, like sometimes there's a character that I can't relate with, but he was just annoying enough that I'm like, hey, that's me. You know, like the if you ever watched Aeronauts, they have a line where Luke is like, oh, but I was going to go into Hashi Station to buy some power converters. And then they have his uncle say, nobody likes a whiner, Luke. And I was like, yeah, that's cute.
Oh, God.
I don't like whiners, but what about when Han looked at Leia and said, who's a nerf herder?
Yeah, that was really
like,
cute.
Who's scruffy looking?
Like, he knows he's scruffy, but who the hell's a nerf herder?
I love that meme that they have all over social media where she calls him a scruffy looking Nerf herder. And he looks back and you see this Nerf toy gun in his hand. It's like, it's Nerf for nothing.
I know, right?
Oh, jeez.
It's like, oh my gosh, that is just so freaking hilarious.
Actually, I believe
yeah.
the was who's scruffy.
Yeah. But my absolute favorite moment in episode 4. Now, the first moment that stuck out to me was the Jawa scene, but my absolute favorite moment was the lightsaber scene, because not the battle between Obi-Wan and Vader, but when Ben brings it out in the cantina.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the first time you ever see a lightsaber activated.
Don't forget the snooze.
And it's like, oh yeah, and he cuts off that dude's arm. Now, back then, you don't understand it as a kid, but if it was if he's bleeding, that shouldn't have happened.
I'll tell you why the scene made sense. Because
right.
I have a record in the 1970s with the Star Wars disco theme on it from that bar.
Mm-hmm.
The one that goes da 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 da. It's like a whole disco thing. It's like 3.5 minutes long. Okay, I remember that because I watched it on the movie, and then for some reason I went to a yard sale with my parents and found an OK-Tel record. Right, it's got like 50 other songs on it that I don't even care about. Okay, there's a few other songs that are pretty cool, but it had the Star Wars disco theme.
Nice.
Now, yes, I still have that record on vinyl to this day.
Here's the funny thing. Everybody says that's a little jazz scene, except in Star Wars they had to change the name. So what they came up with, and I shit you not, is it's called Jizz, Jizz. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
I have on
classy
record sheath. Okay,
isn't it?
You know, you have the record album cover that the album slides into with the paper cover that goes into it, right? On the back of that, on the B side of that, I have the actual name of it, and it's called the Star Wars Disco Theme. I shit you not.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. And if
Nice.
you go back to the remake with the CGI, and you go back to that bar scene with the snoots, it's the same freaking song. Because
You mean with the Biff? Yeah, because
yeah, they did
I'm sorry.
that back in the 70s.
I know. Yeah. It's when it comes to Star Wars, I'm going to correct people. It's sadly an overwhelming compulsion.
And by the way, the original name is not the Jizz factory, whatever you want to call it. It's called Star Wars Disco. It was in the 70s. They called it the Star Wars Disco song.
But later on it was called Jizz, so we're going with that.
Well, you just like to say Jizz.
Who doesn't? But anyway, when he brings it out and he slices the guy's arm off with the lightsaber, you see the arm on the floor and there's blood coming out of it. And I'm like, as I got older, but as a kid, I didn't get it. But as I got older, I'm like, that should be cauterized. That should not be bleeding.
It should be. It always makes you wonder.
But yeah,
if they can do that with plasma pistols in Star Wars, how come so many red shirts die in Star Trek?
Who knows? Maybe the species just couldn't clot their blood right. Who knows?
Well,
Can you imagine
and they didn't actually come up with the term plasma bullets until Enterprise. There is no. Because up until then, they had stun and killed.
Well, they actually call it, blaster bolts is what they call laser or the lasers in Star Wars.
Oh, they had, laser blasters is what they call them.
Well, blasters is what they called the guns, but blaster bolts are what they call the energy that comes out of them.
Oh, yeah, it's still a plasma bullet either way you look at it.
Yeah, except that these bullets can actually be deflected, reflected, and rebounded and whatnot.
Well, yeah, when you have a magnetic field that surrounds a lightsaber, which is akin to the same electromagnetical fields that go around, say, a holographic entity such as Doctor on Voyager, it's not that different. That's basically the same principle that the lightsaber works on.
Yeah. Now, also, people, on a positive note, AFK in her one sentence when she talked about identifying with Luke, she just proved the entirety of the Disney Lucasfilm story group wrong, by the way. Because everybody's saying that you need to be a girl or you need to be a guy to relate to Luke. And it's like, no, you don't. AFK relates to Luke.
And this thing is going to prove us all wrong.
To be honest, to be 100% honest, there are some ways I relate to Leia. Her snarkiness, her freaking stubbornness.
Why, you want to wear gold bikinis?
Well, here's the thing that a lot of people. Here's the thing that a lot of people, I think, lose sight of. Like, for me, I relate to the character and the writing, and it has nothing to do with the gender. And so it's like, I like Luke and I love Han Solo. I've related to Luke. Han Solo is my second favorite. He was super badass, but Leia was super awesome too. But honestly, like, she was my she was my third favorite character in the movie. It's like, girls don't have to like her, you know?
FK, can I ask you something before you finish?
Sure.
Do you ever think of Luke as feminine?
Nah, just boyish.
Like a little bit of a pansy-ass to me, even back in the day.
Well, I think they.
Well, that's because he was young. Think about it. He was only 19.
Well, I was going to say, I think they wrote him to sound younger than he is as well. So, like, whoever was writing him probably didn't understand, like, the personality of the age, but they worked out of that, thankfully. But yeah, he was very naive and very young and immature. But it also kind of worked for his character because he was literally marooned with his aunt and uncle with like nothing else, and so he was a kid growing up, you know, by himself, and all he had was his toys.
All right, now just to give you perspective on why I asked you that, I was a year old when that movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was old enough to see it, I still thought he was a pansy ass because of the way my dad was raising me.
Yeah. Well, you know, he just had his aunt and uncle, and, you know, they were pretty chill peeps, so. But yeah, no, I think Luke's awesome. And yeah, it just frustrates me. There's so many movies where my favorite characters are the guys, like it's the writing.
And we get a guy like in what do they call it now? Episode 1 and 2, or no, episode 2 now, or was it 3? Where Anakin becomes Darth Vader, and he goes down, and he's like getting all chewed up by the lava planet and shit. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to swear on your stream, aren't you?
We're rated NC-17 in this channel.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so you got Anakin going down there in episode 6, is it? Where he's becoming Darth Vader, and literally his arms are burning away and his legs are burning away, and he's sitting there in like volcano plasma that's coming down from the mountain, and it's like, really? And he still wants to get up and go kick ass.
You know what I think is really fun? Did you ever see the movie Dante's Peak?
Yes.
With Pierce Brosnan. There's this scene that now makes me laugh when I go back to the third Star Wars. Is the grandma gets out of the boat and like a boss and like lava
Leads
hot
it to
water
shore.
pushes it out into the water basically. And I'm just like, dude, she was more badass than Anakin in the third movie. Like she just kept
Well, she was going in
pushing.
acid water.
Yeah.
She was going in acid water, which was literally burning her very slowly but very painfully. But she managed to get him to shore, but it was because of the ash and whatnot that killed her, because it got into her wounds. How you doing, Ramblin'?
And yes, I have to say hello to my fellow co-host for later tonight, the Ramblin' Canuck himself.
Yep. Now, what did everybody originally think of the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Vader when you first saw it?
It was tense.
I thought, you know what really got me is like when Obi-Wan just like disappeared and went boom, and like all you saw was the ropes drop. I'm like, what the fuck, really? Vader wasn't even near you, dude. What the fuck? I'm like, really? To this day, I'm like, really? What the fuck?
Well, I'm staying positive, but I'm bringing in the last, what was it, the Rise of Skywalker? Or no, the Last Jedi. They show that Luke just poof disappears. So technically, I mean, if you think about it in retrospect, if you're going with how they established it all, I think he went poof because Obi-Wan, it was like super old. And like, that was like a lot of effort for him to just swing his super around for a couple seconds. So he just kind of stroked out.
Yeah,
I don't see
basically
Jedi
that was
giving up because he can't win. That's not what a Jedi does. A Jedi will fight till the bitter end.
Well, it's the whole, if I die, I become stronger thing. I think he realized that in that fight, when he was facing Vader, that he couldn't be that Jedi anymore. And so he chose in that moment to give himself up physically so that he could still lead Luke, but mentally, because he's still there later in the movie. And it makes sense that he physically couldn't be there anyways, because, like, imagine it. He wouldn't have been able to sit in the cockpit, right?
I think what would have made that scene better is if Vader would have had actual eyes and you could have seen the look on his eyes when Obi-Wan did that.
Yeah.
Instead of Vader just sitting there like, well, shit. Okay.
A while ago, there was a picture there was a comment mask, and that was the very
Uh-oh, we're not losing our host, are we?
Well, while we're waiting for him to pop up, what's your favorite side alien from the first Star Wars movie?
Oh, my side alien?
Yeah, if we're looking at environment and everything.
I gotta go back to the first movie, like I said, that I got the K-Tal record of the Snoots. I love the Snoot.
Yeah, that's true. They really did a good job of setting the environment, I think, too.
Yeah, I got to give George Lucas props for reshooting that or doing the CGI on it to actually
Mhm.
make that band pop to life the way he did in the remaster version. Um, but yeah, because I had that record since the 70s, like literally, or well, since the 80s.
Mhm.
And just for that one song, mind you, a Star Wars disco theme, which I have on like saved on 5 other devices just to make sure I don't lose it. Besides on my vinyl record. But yeah. The one thing I wish I could get my hands on, which officially does not exist, is the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh, the Christmas
Oh.
special
Yeah.
that everybody hates, apparently. I've never seen it, to be 100% honest.
I want
sat through it.
that. So no, I want an original copy of that so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
I mean,
never seen it.
It's
It's horrible.
hard to explain. It's just at the end of the day, it's just appallingly boring if you think about it. Like it has so many weird things in it, but each weird thing is boring. And like and it's not even like funny like bad. It's just like you sit there and it's like it's not even a train wreck. It looks like it's just like a line of bodies.
And apparently,
But
Orgy has a bad motivator on this internet connection.
but it is worth watching out of curiosity's sake because somebody had to create that.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody did create it, and they lost their jobs over it. But that doesn't mean I still don't want a copy of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Yeah.
as I was saying about that meme before my internet rudely cut me off, yeah, there was that picture of Darth Vader with the flames reflecting off of his mask, and it said what Darth Vader felt the second he felt Obi-Wan, or what Darth Vader saw the second he felt Obi-Wan on the Death Star. Because it reminisces back to what happened. The last time he saw Obi-Wan before he saw him on the Death Star or felt his presence was nothing but pain and scorching agony from the lava and the fire.
No, he technically sensed them on the Millennium Falcon when he was training Luke.
He didn't sense, or not when he was training Luke, no. He didn't sense.
When Obi-Wan was training Luke, that's when Darth Vader sensed it.
Was that from the novel?
No, that's from the movie, if you pay attention to it.
Oh. Well, I suppose I'm not very observant.
Because when Luke's going through that blindfold test, with the thing going, you know, and they cut back to Vader, and he's over on the Imperial warship. Not the big one, but you know, the white one with the standard size Star Cruiser, whatever they call them.
Sure.
There's a scene where Vader says, "There's a disturbance in the Force."
I'll have to check that out because I completely brain farted on that.
Says there's a disturbance in the Force. I feel something.
Yeah, his bad motivator cut out again.
And then he goes and talks to Palpatine, and Palpatine says, "There's another."
Oh, good old Palpy.
I just kicked myself out. Okay, now I'm back in. Good.
Oh, you're good, bud.
Yeah. I don't know why people continue getting on the phone, but anyway.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Now, but yeah, are you butchering lines from Star Wars again, Sci-Fi Nation?
I don't butcher nothing.
Not even your own meat?
I
That's what she said.
I butcher my name. That's There, I'm going to do that. So that way I'm not eating up all your bandwidth.
I'm actually going to stop my camera. So, yes, smack that like button, folks. Like a redheaded stepchild.
Smack that ass. Give that thumbs up. You know you want to
I was
make
gonna say
There we go.
pink.
you should probably gender swap that kid, because that's how it works nowadays.
Okay, so tell us how we do it in 2020. Because I'm 44 years old. We got a certain way we do things.
Nah, it's all good.
I got that joke.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Freaking Solasest. Are you saying that Vader felt a burning feeling? Because there's a cream for that.
My buddy Ramblin', always messing with me. And there's my buddy Captain Trek down there.
Yep.
Hi guys, hey Orangey, why don't you let Ramblin' and Captain Trek up here? They'll tear me to shreds, I guarantee it.
All right. Well, I'll paste the link again. So if you guys want to come on in, why not? So basically, moving on, if my internet is still holding on. Ugh. Such foolishness. Okay, good. Looks like we're good. Good. Now, are we good? Can everybody hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Okay,
Yep.
just checking. Basically, everybody knows the whole Death Star trench run. When I saw that for the first time, I almost felt like I was in a damn roller coaster. It's like somebody should turn that into a roller coaster. And we got another person rambling. Oh, we got two new people. Rambling Canuck
I told you they come
and
up shreds.
Captain Trek.
Oh, my co-host and my other soon-to-be co-host. How you doing, guys?
Come on.
Doing very well.
Oh, I'm doing
Alrighty.
all right.
Just remember, Orange. Just remember, when you're dealing with Sci-Fi Nation, just think of the Emperor, and then just think of him saying, "The dumb is strong with him," and you'll understand talking to Sci-Fi.
Son of a bitch. Really?
Either that,
Oh, so
either
basically,
that, or a bad,
the dumb
bad
is
clone.
strong with him.
Or
I can do the Emperor's voice.
a human version of Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, oh yes.
Really?
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
Canuck for the win.
Oh,
I could do Jar Jar as well.
That's hard.
I do Star Wars voices.
Hey,
Not
Orange,
perfectly, but I can do
I'm gonna drop out for now, but I'll chill and chat with you guys. Okay?
All right.
Okie dokie. Thank you, AFK.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
By the way, the
Mhm.
love is strong in here. Can't you feel the love? It's all around you.
For Orange, yes.
Oh, you're making everybody blush.
As long
Ah,
as
guys.
everybody do something anyway.
Jeez. Hey, bye.
You know what, Ram?
Bye-bye.
You still got to do a stream with me tonight. So.
Please don't remind me.
So, what was everybody, or to Trek and, well, I should put your comment away now. To Trek and Canuck, what was your favorite moments in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope?
I think for me, it's the first appearance of Vader, right at the beginning,
Nice.
because then he became my favorite Star Wars character from then on.
Well, yeah, coming on in, walking on in, putting his hands on his hips like, I own this bitch.
Basically,
The hell you
Oh
got?
yeah.
That's basically what it's like. Yeah, you're a dumb idiot that got shot in the head right as you came in. And man, did you get shot in the nuts and then the chest? Damn,
The thing is,
these guys are incompetent.
He still got up and came back for more.
Yep. Now, another thing is, I will say this. Rogue One, yes, it's a Disney movie, but it's one that didn't really involve agenda too much.
It
It
might have
didn't
been
even throw in any of the nonsense.
It
So
might
what?
have
Rogue
Disney
One,
movie, but I
Uh,
loved it.
Rogue One, as far as the Disney movies goes, is the best one they've put out.
Yes, thank
Exactly. And that scene with Vader, and trust me, I do not like the fact that this is true, but I will give credit where credit is due. Kathleen Kennedy was the one that wanted that Vader scene in the ending, and so she basically said, come hell or high water, put that shit in.
Yeah.
you. She actually did something
So,
right.
yes, she was right once in her career.
Although I will say that Vader scene is a double-edged sword for me.
So I have a question, Orangey. I'm not up to date on stuff, but what's up with all this Snyder cut stuff we're hearing about?
Okay,
know it
can I get out my thought first?
That
there,
is
Sam?
a different topic that's not part of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Oh, then
not
we'll
Star Wars.
That's
Rambling.
DCU. That's
No.
DCU.
We'll drop
Yeah.
it at that. That's okay. Fair enough.
So for me, the Vader scene in Rogue One is a double-edged sword
Mm-hmm.
because it's cool, and oh hell yes, Vader being a badass. But
Yeah,
then
he's cutting
when
loose.
you watch Rogue One and then you watch A New Hope,
Yeah.
and you see the entrance of Vader in A New Hope compared to in Rogue One,
Hey, Ramblin'.
when it's only supposed to be in universe a couple of minutes later.
Yeah. Basically,
Right?
yes.
Right?
I hate to interrupt, but Rambling.
Yeah.
Mr. CCDV just went live.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Okay, he went early. Really
Wait.
early.
Were you guys supposed to go onto his stream?
Oh, no. I'll have him playing in the background.
Now, believe me, I understand the double-edged sword thing, but also a lot of people forget is that there's actually two scenes where Vader is in the Mustafar scene, and I absolutely love how he puts frickin' Krennic in his place. He's like, I'm just a little pressed for time. My apologies. But and Krennic's like, oh shit, or you could just tell that this guy is like ready to squirm. And he just, wow. And I do like how they did the nice touch with the dark side noise where you know the exact second that Vader starts force choking him, that little sound. I cannot impersonate it at all. It's like almost kind of like a freaking ribbit coming up, but not quite.
What species are you trying to do?
Not a species. It's a sound effect that they made for when Vader closed off Krennic's windpipe, starts
it sounded
choking
like-
him, and
It sounded like he was crushing his trachea.
yeah, it's like a high pitch, like a,
Yeah, that
and then you.
for the movies. Do you know what it sounds like to crush the trachea?
No, what?
Well, then I don't want to tell you.
Okay, because I honestly already do know what it's like, or what it sounds like. But anyway, that was actually the sound effect for the Force being used for that particular purpose, because they used it in the Clone Wars show and the Clone Wars movie. How you doing, Moira? We're talking Star Wars. Now,
Moira. Moira. I'm sorry. I get
Moira.
that
It's
saying your name.
Moira. You get that name right, or you'll have to groom her. Anywho,
I'd love to groom that.
you love to groom who?
Never mind.
Oh, trust me, none of the big channels come. Well, a couple of big channels come onto my streams, but trust me, if you want to name any of them, go right ahead.
So, what's your, I guess, out of going with the movies that used to get a lot of hate, the prequels, what's your favorite
Mhm.
out of the three?
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, mine too.
I
Same
mean,
with my son.
don't get me wrong. I also do, or my favorite, or to me, and yes, this is going to actually have a lot of disagreements. To me, the prequels were progressively better as they went on. Phantom Menace was worse, or was the worst. Attack of the Clones was good. And Revenge of the Sith was best.
Yes. I can concur with that.
And here's the reason why I say that. When I was watching Revenge of the Sith, during the battle between Palpatine and Mace Windu, for a second there, I actually thought Mace was going to kill Palpatine. I honestly thought it's like, yes, finally, or they're finally going to kill his ass. And I had, in that moment, forgotten the original trilogy.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen because, well, Palpatine's not alive in the original trilogy. It fell away. It's as if I didn't even see the original trilogy in that moment, because I was truly rooting for Windu to win.
Yeah.
Even though at the time I knew he would not.
Yeah, so you had a what the hell are you doing moment when Anakin steps in.
Yeah, basically. It's like some part of me realized that, yes, this is the part where he falls, but I'm still rooting for Mace to win.
I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry. One of my very good friends is a veteran as online right now, so I'm sorry. I gotta bow out.
Yeah, no problem. I'll
Hey,
be
it's
joining
all right,
you over there
Sci-Fi.
shortly, Sci-Fi.
But yeah, take it easy, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. And he's gone. Before I even get to finish thanking him. But anyway, a lot of people also, or it's like, I like the prequel trilogies subjectively, and yes, even objectively. Oh, we lost another one.
Oh, Cap.
Even
yeah.
objectively, I can admit that they're flawed, yes, but I still like them subjectively because it's a story that's told by the creator himself.
Yes.
It's his vision. My favorite part is when Luke is at the cantina getting harassed by the pig face guy. Is he really a pig face guy? I always saw him as like a walrus kind of guy.
Yeah, more walrus.
I'll join you if you. Yeah, go ahead. Happy. Come on in, buddy.
But so what do you think of the whole Darth Maul not dying?
Darth Maul
Storyline.
not dying, I understand the concept because a lot of people are like, he was only supposed to be a one-off and yada yada yada, and the Force doesn't work like that. It's like, well, KOTOR would tend to disagree with you. Darth Sion was keeping himself alive through sheer anger and will and pain. That's why they called him the Lord of Pain, because once he let go of it all, he would die.
Yeah.
Also, Anakin did the same thing on Mustafar. His anger and hatred and pure rage were what kept him alive.
Yeah.
So for them to say that Maul wouldn't survive, I mean, yeah, he got cut in half. Trust me, I understand that. Believe me, I do. But if he's angry enough, which he was, he can survive it.
For me, it's more like with Vader, I can go, well, okay, he wasn't left very long. The only issue I really have with Maul is the timeline. Because he's left down there for a long stretch of time alone.
He got out of there, apparently. He got out of there within like days out of Naboo, and he was on Lothal Minor for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Or 12 years.
Yeah. So I
How
mean,
to do, right? If you still want to come in, just scroll up. I believe the link is still in the chat.
You know, so it's not that bad, but it kind of just, yeah, okay. But it's still good.
But him coming back kind of ruins the mystery around the character, in my opinion. Yeah, I understand that too, Soul Assassin. I mean, believe me, I would have liked to have seen or kept him as a mysterious character too. I mean, that's one of the things that they don't make, or that doesn't make sense in Clone Wars. How the hell does Obi-Wan know that his name is Darth Maul? He never told him it. How the hell does the Jedi Council know that Sith Lord's name was Darth Maul? They never told him it. So unless one person who they had interrogated before, Newt Gunray, told them, well, that's the only way they would know, but it was never established that he did. You know?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yep.
Well, happy day.
I mean,
happy
don't-
day, Rainbow Black. Happy day, you're right.
Say what?
Sorry, I had my kid message me on Facebook, so I had to. I was kind of
Oh, yeah,
distracted
man.
there for a second.
What were you saying, Happy?
I was saying happy day to you, happy day to Rambling Canuck, and happy day to Ryan Kitty for coming back.
Happy days to everybody around. And happy real Star Wars Day, folks, again.
Star Wars.
Yeah. But I'm going to drop out for now because I got to go and show some love to a stream I've been promoting all day. So I got to go
Very
jump
well,
over
man.
and say
That's
hi.
okay.
And
thank
hopefully
you.
you'll check me out. Come over. You're welcome up on the panels. I have live streams and karaoke nights, and we have lots of fun. But anyway, take her easy.
All right, take it easy. And I definitely will if I get the chance. But yeah, and that's the one issue that I had with Clone Wars. Now, well, that's one of the issues I had with Clone Wars was how the heck did the Jedi Council know what Maul's name was? How did Obi-Wan know what his name was? It never made sense to me. But also,
the whole season 7 has been mismanaged more than it's just been a cinematic malpractice, if I could just say that word.
yeah. Now, gosh, I wish today was over, and I wish tomorrow was over as well. But it's also Star Wars Day, so I kind of don't wish. But I just
having a
want
bad day,
Thursday
Orange
to
Hat?
roll around. Huh?
Having a bad day, Orange Hat?
No, I'm just looking forward to later this week when my lightsaber arrives.
It'll come by soon enough.
Yep. It's like, "Ugh, sun can't go down quick enough." So, yeah, if you
I've had
guys...
I've had a similar thing where like I've been waiting for the lockdown so I can go to the comic book shop again. I'm waiting to go around my birthday every day, so that's gonna be nice.
Yeah. What Riot said here. There's Mysterious, and then there's just creating an antagonist for the final fight for the sake of having an antagonist for the final fight. Darth Maul had zero personality. And that was actually because of his character. Originally, Darth Maul was not created like how they portrayed him in Clone Wars. Originally, he was created and he understood that he was nothing but a tool. He had no intention of ever overthrowing his master, as the rule of two dictates.
Technically, if he overthrew his master at that time, he wouldn't have a job.
Well, technically, if he overthrew his master or killed Sidious, he would have to take over the grand plan to kill the Jedi. And, well, Maul was a brute. He was a warrior. He was not a diplomat. He had battle cunning. He didn't have political cunning. That wasn't his role originally. And it even said in the visual dictionary, he had no intention of overthrowing his master. So him being the way he is in Clone Wars, it's like, no. Him knowing that the Clone War, or he's like, so it began without me, and it's like, he knew that there was a conflict. He didn't know that it was going to be called the Clone Wars. I wonder how come the Jedi not send a squad of Jedi Masters to deal with Maul instead of 2? Well, they thought that 2 would be enough. Soul Assassin.
But you don't really think one guy is going to take on more than he can. You don't think one guy can handle a lot, but he can in the Star Wars universe.
Well, the thing is, Obi-Wan had a lot of plot armor.
Yeah.
During the Clone Wars show.
He lost to an inexperienced Padawan.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Obi-Wan, like he wasn't. I think he was mainly just rushed to be Anakin's teacher due to the fact that Qui-Gon wanted to save Anakin.
Yep. I mean, yeah, Obi-Wan lost to Vader in the movie, but he didn't really lose to him. He kind of just he sacrificed himself so that he could show or so that he could continue to guide Luke.
Yeah, it's like I physically maybe dead, but I'll be still with you teaching you and leading each other to another Jedi teacher.
Yeah. You kind of broke up a little bit.
Oh, I broke up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, it's more, or like, sacrificing is mainly like, it's more of an inconvenience to him. I may not be here physically, but I'll still be here with you mentally.
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. As for if you want to come in, Riot, there's the link, by the way. But yeah, and we're not gonna
join us.
Yeah, I just watched an anime where a mass-produced android had more personality than Darth Maul. Yes, he understood he was a tool, but he could still have something that made him a living being. Yeah, I guess I could see that point.
Sort of.
Now, as per, and I'm actually going to go into episode 2 here, which is everybody's least favorite prequel movie, but it's actually my second favorite prequel movie. One of the things I did like was the Real Six, which was the moment where that starts the Geonosian arena and ends with them escaping. And everybody says that's where some of the cheesiest dialogue comes in, where Padme's like, "I love you," and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, well, you gotta understand, when somebody's really in love, they get freaking cheesy. That's why they call them cheesy romances.
I rather like cheese. He's in almost all senses.
Now, one of the cool things or one of the funniest things from that whole scene, he's like, "I was beginning to wonder if you've gotten my message." And he's like, "I retransmitted it just as you had requested, Master. Then we decided to come and rescue you." He then just looks up at the chains. He's like, "Good job." And then just looks forward like, yeah, "Good job, asshole. You failed spectacularly." But, oh my gosh.
My favorite part in the prequels is probably sand. I hate it. It's coarse, rough, and irritating.
And it gets everywhere. Yeah, that is the thing that gets everybody. And it's like, let's just face it, folks, the whole movie is just cheesy ass dialogue. I mean, he's a 19-year-old kid trying to get, let's be honest, he's trying to get into a 24-year-old's pants.
Someone says the cheese is strong in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's point where she's like, "Please don't look at me like that."
And I think one of us froze. It was for a second there. Well, I do find it is interesting that question. Why would you stand back? Sorry, why would you cast Grand Animal Thrawn back in Pelin and believe that the proper spelling? Don't hurt me. Don't worry, I won't hurt you, June. But essentially, I don't know the answer to that question. I have not seen Rebels. But Disney likes taking stuff from older EU and bootlegging it poorly. Yeah, I'm all by myself. All by myself. Well, Orange Head is frozen to death again. And if he rises, he truly is the YouTube Messiah. Well, everyone stand up. Oh, say that star-spangled banner. Wait, he's
I'm back.
alive. He's back. The YouTube Messiah has come. Oh, Sana, he has come.
Ugh. Yeah, now the light's just getting weird going to get darker because it's going to get brighter in here because the sun's going to start coming right into the wood. So yeah, I just kind of look weird.
Well, you would have a roaring time, but it was short-lived if the Soul Assassin.
Yeah. Gonna have a roaring time, yeah. YouTube Messiah is back. Thank you, Junebug. Oh my god, look at all that love.
Happy day to you, Black Samurai. Thank you for coming.
Yep. Oh, you guys are so freaking adorable. With that, I mean, I'm kind of a religious person, so I'm not even going to touch me being divine in any way. I mean, yeah. Anyway, let's move back on to Star Wars.
Yeah, back to Star Wars.
The three beasts: the Nexu, the Reek, and the Acklay. What do you say? I could Ave Orange Hat. Jesus. But yeah, the Reek that came out, I'm like, Triceratops like looking version of Star Wars. Okay, gotcha. Then they bring out the Acklay, and I'm like, what? Crabby, kind of. And then they bring out freaking the Nexu, and I'm like, getting some weird Lilo and Stitch vibes.
Fun fact, Stitch. Fun fact: Lilo means torn apart, or in Hawaiian.
What?
Like her name Leela in Hawaiian translates to torn apart, which is actually kind of cute with Stitch. She got like torn apart, stitched together, which is kind of interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, I also. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm done now. I'm sorry.
All right. But yeah, when they shock the Nexu, the cat one, it's like, what the? Oh, you're dead. And then it just freaking chomps up chomps up the Geonosis that shocked it, jumps it right off the dang beast, the Ori beast that was on it. I believe they called it an Ori beast. I couldn't remember what they called it.
Makes people feel good.
Yes, it does. And then I just love the playfulness of the Nexu, the cat one, that how it went after Padme. It gets up there, scratches Padme, then just jumps down. It's like on the ground, looking up at her with its mouth open, like, I got you. I'm going to kill you. And it's like, wow, it's just like terrible glee in that damn thing's eyes.
Yeah,
what's pretty cool was when the space tiger jumped up and killed the bug guy for shocking him. Exactly what I was talking about just as this damn comment came up. Soul Assassin. I mean, also if you... Oh, and we got Riot.
Yay! Riot!
Hello.
How you doing, Riot?
Happy day, Riot.
Or
Yeah, I don't blame you. Today has just been a boring day. Where's my phone? Charging
we'll keep
right
the
here.
chat busy while you look.
Yeah, I know. Get the chat busy, folks. Didn't I kind of get rid of that? Okay, thank gosh, man. Did Soul Assassin's comment ever come up?
It came up
on
for
the
a brief second.
Yeah. It's my... You're not supposed to fall out of the dang port until I tell you to. I'll get back in there and charge my phone. All right. I got 7 freaking inbox thingies, and Geeks and Gamers uploaded Memorial Day hit piece on Captain America. Oh, jeez. Journalist trash Captain America, not a hero, and hit piece. Wow. Everybody's just... I just have no interest in the Captain America thing. I'm focused on Star Wars positivity.
Yeah, it's Star Wars Day. Hey, we ain't got time for terrible news media. It's another bad hot take, number 7,052.
no offense to Geeks and Gamers or any of the guys that are reporting on it. It's just I'm paying attention to this, or to Star Wars, because it's real Star Wars Day, which a lot of people were supposed to use that to try to get it trending on Twitter, but they never did.
I really participate in the hashtags.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
I
him
don't
on
use
this
that
one.
much.
I know. I'm joking. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just bitching silently to myself.
We're sorry, boss. We just don't use hashtags around here.
Oh, what the hell? Ugh.
I will agree with Soul Assassin. It is stupid as CBR, but CBR is always stupid. You really expect high quality journalism from a major news corporation?
It's true. It's true. Yeah. There we go. There we go. There we go. There, sure. Yes, I am live, people. So worship me.
He is the YouTube
I'm
Messiah,
joking.
after all.
Yeah, dude. I've been respawned more than Christ.
His blood is cheer wine.
Oh my God. Laura, or short story Laura is, or I'm like, oh my gosh, man. She's like, love to, but my belly is full of White Claws and barbecue. I'm like, first off, what are White Claws? Are those supposed to be a drink?
Yeah, those are a drink.
I thought they were a
Okay.
pastry.
Nope.
That's Bear Claw. I mean, I don't drink as much as I used to. I mean, I drink like once a year when it comes to alcohol. Once a year only. But back to Star Wars, those guys drink heavily. I mean, there's a different alcohol on different worlds, but they also have their own form of freaking crack, which is called spice.
Oh, it was Death Sticks. Or is that
That's cigarettes. That's the equivalent of cigarettes is death sticks.
Hmm.
They even have earthworms called conduit worms there that they get on power lines and they just turn into, they just grow around the power lines and they're like earthworm kind of consistency. And I'm like, boy, that is so creepy, but I love it. It's world building. Am I hearing music?
Nothing from my end.
Anyway.
If you're hearing noise on my end, it's probably my neighbor's air conditioner.
Interesting.
It's loud as hell,
God,
but
I
that's
just wish
when
my...
we're doing movies sometimes.
Yeah. I just wish that my lightsaber... I wish that... Well, it's Memorial Day, so I understand why, but gosh dang it, you guys could deliver mail today. I mean, why not? Because it's Memorial Day. I already understand that. But god damn it, I'm arguing with myself. You see what you guys maybe do?
We'll be here in 3 days, Orange Hat. Yeah, just wait. It'll be all right.
But I want it now!
Well, I can't make time go faster. So you'll get that Willy Wonka ticket later.
I don't... Oh my god, this will wait till off stream, but yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm ready to frickin'... Yeah. How many subs am I at right now?
I checked, but I'm on stream.
Yeah, I'm going to check myself actually right now. So, I think I'm at like 436 or 435 or something.
And yes, Soul Assassin, Death Sticks Doom.
438?
High.
Ooh. So all I need to do is just get 12 more subs before May 31st, and people will have locked in the Orange Hat stream where I remove it. Do not get addicted to spice. You get addicted to that, and you quit. It's fatal. Oh shoot, that's right. Death Sticks are what made the High Republic so high. Nice.
I thought Death Sticks were a weird kid-friendly term for lightsaber.
That is one way of putting it. But oh my gosh, when the toy lightsaber stuff came out, the ones that lit up, let's just say that when I first looked up toy lightsabers for the first time on the internet, it was not showing pictures of the toy lightsabers that kids used.
Anyway, Orange, that reminds me. When I was little, I had one of them build your own lightsaber kits. And essentially, I could not build the damn thing together to the point where I just threw it all away. And I tried for like 2 weeks. So I'm like, you know what? I give up. This comes with no instructions. The battery does not work, and I can't get a red light.
My first lightsaber was Darth Maul's Yes, it was. It was Darth Maul's lightsaber. And then I got Luke Skywalker's. Then I got Count Dooku's. Then I got Yoda's. Then my Darth Maul one broke. So then I got Darth Maul again. I mean, I believe I actually have Dooku's around here somewhere, but not even going to try bringing that out right now.
You never forget.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've got a Luke lightsaber.
Nice. It was the ones that had the extendable blades, but it also did not shrink into the hilt. It was out like about this far outside of the hilt.
Yeah, I got one of those where you like flick, I guess you could say a switch, and then the lightsaber popped up and then made sounds like boom, boom.
Oh, so you got one of those ones. Yeah, I also got those two. I got the Anakin and Vader's ones of those that actually shrank all the way down, but you could whip it out and whatnot, and it also made all the noises.
Well, that's cool, Soul Assassin. Isn't the red to blue?
I had the one that changes colors from red to blue. Nice. The one that I have coming, you know what? I'm actually going to give you guys an idea of what this puppy has. Ultra Saber order from May is complete. It's called a Diamond Sound Stunt Dark Mantis. It's the curved hilt with a blade, or it's a curved hilt lightsaber. Now, choose the Diamond Controller.
That's cool.
LED. I actually won free Pizza Hut once because I entered a lightsaber fight and I played Sith. Nice. Now, here's the stuff, this thing cost $439, but because I used the 15% off thing, it was $439 after I did the 15% off. It was originally $517. But as I was saying, basically this is it's a long list of stuff that I'm going to be reading, so be patient. Diamond Controller, I don't know basically this is the fully decked out thing. LED type, which is red, green, blue, and white LED, which was recommended. Ooh. Choose your own blade. Blazing red for the diamond lightsaber. Flash on clash, flash off. Diamond pulse off, so it's not going to pulse. It's not going to flash on impact. It's just because I'm not really going to be smacking it against people. Red. Or other lightsabers. I mean, nobody around here is going to buy a lightsaber like that. I got the batteries and charger included. No recharge port because, well, I can just charge the batteries and whatnot. 36 standard size blade, 36 inches. Ultra Edge mid-grade blade option. Emitter with claw holes and claws included. Mantis pommel is squared, so not spiked. Diamond sound, so it's going to make all the sounds. Black guarded switch. Round or blade type rounded tip. Blade retention screw. I did not get. I probably should have, but you know what? I got ones here that I could get. Saber stand, didn't need it. Micro USB cable, no. CoverTech wheel side left, and CoverTech clip no, because I don't got a belt or any of that stuff.
Do you have it charged?
That's for like downloading shit onto your Saber.
Oh.
You can download porn onto your Saber?
Shit. I said shit, not porn. Shit. But yeah.
I didn't know that Sabers come with download stuff. That's so weird.
Oh yeah, it is weird.
Well,
But
I guess
yeah,
you gotta
all
hide
this-
them files somehow.
Yeah. But originally the full subtotal came to $517, but the discount 15 all Sabers knocked $77.55 off of it, so it brought it down to $439.45. And this was after the stimulus check came in, so it's like yeah, I'm getting one of these because I've always wanted one of these. And I know, folks, it's ugh, hold on. I'm gonna close my shades. Look at my hand. There we. Well, that's not exactly what I want to have happen. No, can't do that.
Oh, he's doing that. How was your day, Riot Kitty?
Hello.
And aha, there we go. How many other people are? I can hear
Like I
you.
said
Can you hear me?
before, very boring. Very boring day.
Yeah. Enough to fight with,
We're
or with,
exciting as crackers.
was that another company? I got mine from Ultra Sabers, Soul Assassin. I don't know about Saberforge. A friend of mine, or somebody on Twitter, actually told me Saberforge was not very good quality.
Well, I promised another pal I watch another stream of it over there, so I'm gonna go. Have a happy night, you two.
All right, thank you for stopping in, Happy. But yeah,
Yep, thank you. Bye.
yeah. So, but yeah, I cannot wait for that to arrive. I am just so excited on it. Thank you for showing. But yeah, now I can get rid of that email. I'll just say.
Oh no. Oh no. He is frozen again. It's a frozen orange life. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It's a frozen orange like you.
And I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. Frozen and Carbonite Orange Hat has.
Hi, Scotty.
How you doing, Scotty? Good to see you. We were just talking Star Wars stuff, and then we got into Star Wars stuff that's not in the movies, like the saber that I ordered. And am so looking forward to having that. Really am. But yeah, also, if I can save up enough money, I'm also going to get a dark saber, like the one from Clone Wars Mandalorian and Rebels. But yeah.
Ooh, they sell dark sabers?
Yeah, and they can be made to be dual worthy and stunt saber and all that. So yeah, they do. It's like the one that I found is like $248. They're not cheap. Am I jumping again? God dang it. Turn on internet. There we go. But yeah, what was your favorite Star Wars movie, Raya Kitty?
That's a hard one. I think I like most of them very equally.
That's a good answer.
I think I gotta go with the first one. The
original?
A New Hope.
Yeah. Well, that is the one that changed the way everybody else looked at movies.
Yeah, for sure.
And I still like my idea for a Sith lightsaber. It's ultraviolet, so you can light it. No light comes out because you can't see ultraviolet. Well, to be 100% honest, Junebug, guess what? There's a lightsaber crystal that doesn't have that exact quality of ultraviolet, but the Ghost Fire crystal, when you ignite Ghost Fire crystal lightsaber, the blade is not only almost invisible, but it's almost like it bends as you shake or as you swing the lightsaber. So yeah, it's the perfect assassin tool. Also, a shout out to the man who was born the day Return of the Jedi, Matt, aka Rambo Raff for life. Nice, happy birthday to him. But yeah, how long have we been going? An hour and a half?
Yeah,
Well,
looks like it.
I think I will actually. Well, yeah, I think I will start wrapping it up.
Oh, I would
But-
love Starkiller's lightsaber. That's awesome.
Revan's or Starkiller's light. Yeah, well, god damn it! Now somebody brought up another cool thing to discuss. Starkiller's lightsabers are actually. Which are you talking about? The dual ones or the ones that he used in the first game? Because the first game I thought was pretty cool, and I actually played the PS2 version of Force Unleashed, and it's like wildly different from the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions.
How
It's
so?
just how so? Let's just say that in the Xbox 360 versions and the PS3, you don't go to Coruscant. There are a lot more, or there's a lot more things that you can do in those games. The PS2 version is very basic. And also you don't have, or you can't change your crystal or your lightsaber blade to anything except for like green, yellow, blue, purple, and that's it. Where in the 360 game you can do black and all, or even silver. And
Okay.
whatnot. First game, the skeletal look it had was awesome. Yeah, and I don't get me wrong, I actually like the PS2 game version because I also had the master cheats. You can't cheat in the Xbox 360, and anything above Xbox you can't cheat. There's no more cheats. So I liked consoles that you could cheat on.
Nice.
Because it's like, dude, if you can freaking jailbreak the game or the games that you're playing, it's just awesome. Because otherwise, it's just so freaking boring. Because if you're not good at the game, well, you're dying all the time. So it's like, screw it, infinite lives, or infinite ammo, or force ability, or whatever. But they didn't make it easy, especially with the Battlefront 2 game, the original Battlefront 2 game, not this one that they have now. You could do infinite ammo and invincibility, but if you are a hero character, you have to go on a killing spree. Otherwise, your life just drains, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Huh.
I mean, invincibility doesn't work on that, but the unlimited ammo does.
Okay, wow.
I also like the guided rockets that they did in it. I mean, guided rockets it's like, oh, sweetness. I could be in the middle of a freaking base, shoot a guided rocket like from Hoth. I could be in the main hangar in Hoth, shoot a guided rocket out and take out an ATST if I hit its neck or like 6 times.
Neat. Yeah, I never played the original Battlefront games. I played the 2015 Battlefront.
When that game came out, they had so many what do they call it? Blooper videos where this guy sees, or this guy's wrecking everybody's shit, and then he suddenly looks over at the looks over and there's Darth Vader and his lightsaber just ignites and it's like, oh shit. So, and then there's the other one where they have a support package coming in from space where in a capsule, and the guy looks up and there's the capsule just lands right on him and kills him.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's just bad luck. Then he respawns and another one just lands on him like the next second. And I'm like, that's really, really bad luck. You could also do like Wampas versus Rebellion. Oh my gosh, the original Battlefront game had so much fun. I also like the space battles.
Did they have Ewoks versus Jawas?
Say that again?
Ewoks versus Jawas.
Ewoks versus, yeah. They actually had Ewoks versus Scout Troopers, which was interesting.
Huh.
You got to throw stones or friggin' and whatnot at Scout Troopers. It's like, if you do like 300 Scout Troopers versus 300 Ewoks, guess which ones win more? If it's just the computer playing against them, the Ewoks win more. I'm like, how does that work?
I don't know how that works. That's interesting.
I mean, I'm a Scout Trooper with a freaking sniper rifle. It's like, oh, teddy bear, boom, teddy bear, boom, teddy bear, boom. It's that easy. I mean, seriously, folks. But yeah, it was just. They also had friggin' Polis Massa and all the places from Episode 3 in that game, and it's like, yes. It shows how the Empire kind of, after Episode 3, the stuff in between Episodes 3 and 4, and it was just so great. The raid on Polis Massa, the escape from the Death Star that actually got the Death Star plans out, and all of that. And then the 501st also has to assassinate a Queen of Naboo because she went militant. Ewoks are savages. Yeah, you're damn right, dude. The Ewok are seriously savages. Everybody hates on the Ewoks, and it's like, the Ewoks beat the Empire. So you might hate them, but they managed to kick ass against the Empire.
Ewoks are awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Scream too. Yeah, I like those little furry thing. They're Ewoks. They blow. And it's like, no, they don't. They beat the frickin' Empire on Endor, so how do you like that? Mm-hmm. Not bad for a bunch of savages. But you also find out that Captain Rex is on Endor during the Battle of Endor, and I'm like, after Rebels came out, they're like, that's Captain Rex. I'm like, that's believable. Because, well, let's face it, Captain Rex would be around that age, and he's the guy that dressed up like a stormtrooper in the Battle of Endor. So it's like, yeah, that's believable. So that's one thing that I didn't mind from Rebels. I just can't get over the lightspeed wolves. It's like wolves that run at, well, micro light speed. So yeah, that's a thing. And they keep on predicting doom all the time. Doom, doom. It's like, doom, doom. I was just waiting for somebody to just do that, and it would have just been like, oh, wow, so funny. All All right, take it
And
easy,
then eat the
Scotty.
stormtrooper. Oh my god.
Say what? And then the
Oh, no,
then eat the.
it's in
Oh
the
yeah,
chat.
got a full course meal, dude. I wouldn't doubt that they did. I mean, they had all those helmets that they were using for drums. Just being honest.
Bye,
Space
bye,
whales.
Scotty.
Oh my shit, dude. Lightspeed whales. The thing is, I understand the concept of those beasts and whatnot, but the thing is, the concept, the idea of an animal or a living organism that can go into lightspeed came from the EU of the planet Zanama Sekai. Which was in the book Rogue Planet, but then also in the Yuzong Vong War, which was something that the Yuzong Vong feared more than anything.
You know, with the Lightspeed whales, I was actually reminded of Finding Nemo. They're like the turtles. They're like the aura.
Oh yeah, when they got into the current, yeah. How many stormtroopers could feed an Ewok village? I think the entire Empire army got enough they got enough meals for at least 2 years. Rakata did nothing wrong. Dude, the Rakata, oh my gosh, man. They enslaved the galaxy, first off. So yeah, they did a couple things wrong. But they were also harsh practitioners in the dark side, which was the whole Starforge thing in Coder. Now, I will say this. The Rakata in the Coder games, and then you see the Rakata alive in SWTOR, where during the whole Revan revival arc, and I'm like, from once a mighty race to a bunch of savages. Nice. But they still can command freaking Rancors. That's interesting. Palpatine did nothing wrong. Dude, now you're just being ridiculous. But the thing is, George Lucas admitted it himself. Palpatine saw himself as the hero, not the villain.
Well, yeah, those are probably like the best villains who see themselves as like the hero of their own story and that kind of a deal.
Yep. And he actually, it's like, dude, or every time he said, when he said in episode 3, once more the Sith will rule the galaxy and then we shall have peace. And I'm like, isn't peace a lie according to your creed? But then again, you are selling a lie to Anakin. But yeah, the books, in my opinion, were way better. I'm thinking about getting audiobooks on my Kindle. I mean, I can do that with Prime, but it's like, I don't want abridged versions.
Okay, yeah, I can't handle audiobooks. I need to see the words.
Same here. That's why I'm actually going to get books, not audiobooks. I'll read them off my Kindle. But yeah. Oh. Anybody else want to chime in the chat? Favorite Star Wars moments, books, movies, whatever. So how many books have you read in the Star Wars universe, Riot?
How many books? Well, okay, 5.
There's one.
It would be one. It was Han Solo, Hero for Hire, and that was like the one from his perspective when he was blind and paralyzed and after being thawed from carbonite. And then
the carbonite.
Yeah, and it was like in this interview style with another alien dude. And then there's like, for some weird reason, I don't know why, but I have the first book, the second book, the third book, and then the 5th book of Rebel Force book series, like X-23, assassinations and stuff like that, and then you get to see this Jedi. His name started with a B. I can't remember the exact name, but who like looked after Leia and whatnot on Alderaan, and that was actually kind of cool.
Interesting. Now, do you like Yoda?
Yeah.
There's a book that I highly recommend you read if you do like Yoda, because this shows, and it takes place in Legends, this shows just how powerful Yoda is. And it's called Dark Rendezvous. Yoda turns to the dark side to prove a point.
Really?
Yeah, just to
That's
prove a
interesting.
point to Dooku. So, and you actually get the perspective from Dooku when Yoda turns, and it's, I'm not going to ruin it. It's just go any further than that. But yeah, you get to see Yoda be so wily and crazy in that book. It's truly you get really deep into the mind of Yoda and in the mind of Dooku, and it's like you understand a little bit more of Dooku's hatred toward Anakin, because the thing is, Dooku's jealous of Anakin. It's basically that in a nutshell. He is jealous of Anakin. And it's explained a little bit better in that book. But also, you understand a little bit, or everybody talks about that audiobook, Dooku, A Jedi Lost, or whatever. And I'm like, they covered a lot of Dooku's past, well, in Legends, in Dark Rendezvous, because they talk about his past and whatnot. But this book is truly one that I recommend to everybody, because Yoda goes dark.
Is he like
Also,
going
the,
like a Rambo rampage with the lightsabers?
Oh no, he doesn't. Or he turns dark for like just a minute or two, just to prove a point to Dooku. That's it. He doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't use Force lightning. He just turns to the dark side, just to show Dooku. It's like, all right, you want me to turn? Fine. And then he just channels the dark side, and Dooku then gets a full view of what would happen if Yoda ever truly decided to go full dark. And
that sounds interesting.
some of the stuff that's said in that book, let's just say that some people would root for Yoda to go dark. But to give you basically a measure of what kind of power Yoda could unleash, if he ever did decide to go dark, let's just say that Tatooine, the desert planet, would become a glass planet.
Oh.
If Yoda ever decided to unleash a lot of Force lightning under the dark side's purview, he could devastate planets if he ever truly went dark. But also there's Padawans that he's escorting and whatnot, and he actually gives them small insight where the Padawan or one of the Padawans loses their master, and he's like, what do you know? You're like an 800-year-old this and that. And as the kid's just walking away, Yoda just twitches a finger and spins the kid right back around. And it's like, you honestly think that I'm old and feel nothing? I've lived for 800 years. Do you not think I haven't felt love? Do you not think I haven't felt heartbreak? Do you not think that I haven't felt anger? I mean, really.
Yeah.
I'm 800 years old. But yeah, it's such a great book, that one. And I was paraphrasing. I wasn't exactly telling what he said, because that you'll have to figure out if you ever get the chance to get it.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
But it is such a great book. It's actually my favorite standalone book. And it actually does have a small connection to Episode 3's novel. Because one of the characters is one of the Jedi who was killed by Anakin during his raid on the Jedi Temple.
Ooh.
And my phone is done charging. Now we've been going for an hour 45. So any folks, if Jedi, my favorite Star Wars character is Kyle Katarn. Dark Forces is the movie that Rogue One should have been. That would be Die Hard in the Death Star. Yeah, that would. Or I understand that. Now the reason why I like Rogue One, and I can still admit that it is a. Oh gosh, people are still doing that avatar creation thing on Facebook. The thing is, I can admit that it's a flawed movie because it is. It's a hot mess. But it also provided.
Oh no. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep. You
Am I-
froze. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Rogue One provided an answer to a question I had since I was 2 years old. And that question that I had when I was 2 years old was, what was the first major battle that the opening crawl to episode 4, what was it? They said the rebellion had won their first major victory against the evil Galactic Empire. What was that first major battle? The Battle of Scarif from Rogue One. It answers that question. And it's like, you know what? This works. This actually is a satisfactory answer to me.
Yeah,
So
I like Rogue One. That was neat. Oh jeez. Oh. Maybe. Oh no. Well, let's see. My favorite Jedi will always be Plo Koon. Because he's awesome. Yeah, maybe a tad orange hat. Well, if only I could share my screen now. I've been working on a piece. It's not Star Wars related, but yes, Junebug, you may come back. Orange Hat will resurrect.
go ahead, share it.
Wait, what?
You can share it if you want.
Oh, okay.
One day he may come back. Sunday mass again. Orange Hat will resurrect.
There
If
you go.
a fooled, they can be killed. Unknown Clone Trooper, Battlefront 2. Yep. That was a line from the story mode or the campaign mode of Battlefront 2, the original, of 501st Journal.
And boy, were they fooled.
Oh, yeah.
I think probably the
There it is.
I think like the most undignified death for me in like that whole time frame would be Luminara Unduli. Like I just feel so sad like thinking about it because basically she outlived the Clone Wars, right? But then she was tortured, she was killed, and then her corpse was manipulated.
Yeah, to
She died
lure
all
others in.
and so I'm like, oh dang, this is tragic. Oh yeah, well yeah, this is what I've been working on. I was redesigning the New Warriors. I took a break and
Oh, right. This is the vampire kid, right?
yeah, be negative.
Nice. That's actually something that I could get behind.
Yeah, you like it? Well, yeah, and then the blue part is an unfinished head, so Headshot, yeah. So yeah, so I do like this one. It's definitely like I gave him a cloak. I gave him an actual hairstyle because I do not like the shaved head hairstyle at all, like on anybody. Like there's only like a couple of characters I would say, yeah, you look good with that, but not this kid, so couple of characters I would say, yeah.
Okay, it didn't kick me out this time. Thank God. But yes, I was able to hear everything you said while I was frozen.
Yeah, so this is
But
what
yeah,
I'm
not
working on, and I'm gonna do a whole concept art thing. So
definitely. That's awesome work that you do. You got a talent, kid.
I did the other ones too. So it's been really good practice for digital coloring. So
I mean, I remember when I went into sketching and whatnot, and I could draw like Dragon Ball Z characters and this and that, but I can't do my own characters.
I am very bad at doing fan art.
Yeah.
It's almost like this sort of like perfectionist thing. Like I need to get it exactly right, but then it just looks weird.
Yeah, it never is the best, or it never does match up. But the thing is, what you're doing technically with that B negative is considered fan art because you are not technically a fan of what they did, but you're a fan of the concept.
No, yeah, I get that, but yeah, it's like I can do it because I can think of it like my own character.
Yeah, exactly. Ayla got wrecked in episode 3. Yes, she did, sadly.
Yeah, that was a lot of gunshots.
You know, forget real Star Wars Day. This is the resurrection. This is the resurrection stream. Jeez. It's also real Star Wars Day, damn it. This day in history, George Lucas released Episode 4 of Star Wars and changed the way that everybody looked at movies and made a complete fool of all the naysayers at Warner Brothers and Fox Studios and MGM and all of them because they had all had or gotten sick of George Lucas's science movie. Well, his science movie broke box office records to the point where they all were eating crow for years to come. But yeah.
Well, yeah, my dad is a big Star Wars fan, so I was basically born with a lightsaber in one hand and a communicator in the other. So,
Nice.
But I grew to love Star Wars more than Star Trek. I'm iffy on Star Trek. So.
Same here. I mean, I watched The Next Generation because my dad liked it so much, and I just watched it with him. But other than that, I saw some Star Trek movies here and there, but they aren't as interesting to me as Star Wars.
Yeah, I get that. So
no. So anyway, if anybody's not already subscribed to her, subscribe to her. She deserves it.
Well, right back at you. Well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm almost at like 500 subs, so.
I'm trying to get there.
Well, it's like I'm like at 476 right now.
I'm at 438, so I'm 38 behind you.
Ah, well, we're just about in the same spot, so.
Yeah. We'll both pretty much grow together at this point. But yeah, the Star Wars versus stream that I have planned is the Valen versus Rey. And I gotta say, Jane Theory was the one that thought that it would be fun. She's like, how about this for a versus stream? And it's Rey versus somebody. And I'm like, how about this for, and then I just thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing Vitiate versus Sidious, so why not do Children of the Emperor next? Valen versus Rey. But everybody know now it's already established that Rey is going to lose. But what I am doing in this versus stream is I'm actually going to try not to puke in my mouth as I go to bat for Rey. So I'm like actually going to be doing the whole defending Rey argument because we all know that she's a Mary Sue. She's skilled and yada yada. But I actually want to give her a slight chance at defeating Valen, but we already know it's a foregone conclusion at this point. Rey's just going to steal the win, literally. Soul Assassin. You know, Superman was Gary Stu until the radio series when they introduced Kryptonite. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
still working out the kinks of superheroes and stuff, so.
Yeah, I mean, back then, he could sneeze and wipe out a galaxy. So imagine if he sneezed on Earth.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that would kind of kill everybody on Earth. But I did like that Goku versus Superman stream. That was flopping intense.
Yeah, I liked that. It was fun.
Yeah, because it's like the thing is, that's been a debated thing for so long. And then after Goku basically got to the Ultra Instinct and also the ability to use the Hakai, it's like, well, Superman can't defend against that. Not even in his ultimate Golden Boy outfit or form.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah. I mean, possibly, but the Hakai is an instant kill. Getting back to Star Wars, though, we are actually going to start wrapping it up. It's 2 hours, so I also want a little bit more.
That's a good run.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, thank you for showing up, Riot. Junebug, Soul Assassin, Happy Dino 8000, going through all the people that showed up. Multi-Minded Scotty, Bruce Lombardo. I did not see you in the chat. I'm sorry about that. Make Star Wars metal again. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who else did we get? Moira, thank you for showing up. Captain Trek, Rambling Canuck, thank you all for showing up. You guys are freaking awesome.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, Orange, and thank you, Soul Assassin, for the plug.
Yep, it's always a pleasure to have you guys on here, and it's because it's always good to bounce ideas off of people.
I was thinking of like doing like a maybe one video about like if I was in charge of the Disney sequel trilogy.
Hey, do it. As freaking Palpatine says in episode 3, do it. Because everybody has their own vision of how they would do it. And everybody should have the right to express how they would do it.
Yeah, and because I'm not really familiar much with the EU, honestly, like I would just take the characters they already have and make something good.
Yeah.
Better.
Exactly. Also, I absolutely loved your freaking Broly video because he's actually my favorite character in Dragon Ball Z when I was younger.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that took me 2 data wipes.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was like my 3rd try, and I was like, please, for the love of God, do not delete yourself again.
Believe me, I know what it's like to have to do multiple takes. And
yeah, but this wasn't like just multiple takes. Like everything I worked on was gone twice, and it's
yikes.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah.
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stick with it and finish this video, even though it took me almost about 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes. All right. So with that, folks, And if my
yeah,
internet,
but thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh.
yeah, you're very welcome. Now, hopefully my internet will stay on long enough for me to do my outro. So yes, the real Star Wars is today, or real Star Wars Day is today, not May the 4th. It shouldn't be a gimmick. It should be a historic thing. And with that being said, if you guys are going to catch this on the replay, you all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below of what you think about Star Wars. What's your favorite moment in Star Wars? You know, all that jazz. Anyway, folks, this has been Orange Hat Reviews and with Riot Kitty.
Bye.
Catch you all on the next one and stay home.